Hi everyone, it's Joe Jacobi here from 5 with Joe Performance Coaching, and today I have another question. And today's question comes from my friend Dorothy Dalton, who works in global executive search. Now, Dorothy asked this question on LinkedIn and tagged me, and I asked if I could make a video of her question, and she said sure. So here's the question. I'm going to read it right now. In the Northern Hemisphere, many people are thinking about taking some kind of break. Should they use this time to disconnect completely or do a little bit of inner reflection on their careers? What questions should they ask themselves, or should they just chill and recharge? It's obviously a great topic because we are in the middle of summer in the Northern Hemisphere. I think that vacation and disconnection and recharging is, like everything, is becoming a more complicated topic because people are working at a high rate of speed, at a high intensity, and then they just want to completely disconnect and just kind of go the opposite direction. And that's okay, but it actually takes quite a bit of time to make that adjustment. And what I like to do with my clients is to imagine what disconnect and recharge looks like in a typical vacation. And then I ask the question, how could we incorporate a little bit of that into every day? What would a few minutes early in the morning look like of meditation, of yoga, of doing some ideation or creativity or writing? Things that really move you away from the things that speed you up and often create a lot of distractions in your life. And I think once you begin to develop some habits for doing those things every day, that actually when it comes time to go on vacation, that it becomes much easier to balance out that idea of disconnecting and recharging. Now, on my side, I think once you begin to make this a daily habit, when I do go away, I do like that idea of reflecting on my career and where I am and how I can improve and what I can do better. I think some of the questions that I tend to ask myself might be, am I getting outside enough? Am I spending enough time in solitude? Am I spending enough time disconnecting from technology and spending time having conversations with friends? If I'm reflecting on a problem or something that's challenging me, I ask myself, how could this be more simple? I think one other thing, Dorothy, that comes to mind as I think about this time of year and the idea of taking breaks is that it's a wonderful time to build habits. So I have a number of coaching clients that want to walk or run and spend time outside during this time of year. And I think it's such a great time to build that habit because the days are long and the weather is warm. If you compare that to a New Year's resolution and getting started on January 1st, it's much more complicated and difficult and challenging to get that going. But if you start now, the adjustment to cooler weather becomes much, much easier. So that's kind of where I stand on this idea of full disconnection or taking time to reflect. Why not just build a daily habit and incorporate a little bit into every day? Dorothy, thank you so much for the question, and I'm going to put a link to Dorothy's post wherever you see this video so you can read it and you can see comments from our wonderful friends on LinkedIn, and maybe you want to leave a comment as well. And wherever this happens to find you, if you have a question for me, just hit me up in the comments, whether that's on Twitter, whether that's on LinkedIn, or whether that's YouTube. I'd love to get a question from you and answer it here. And I hope this finds you having a wonderful day. Thanks.